The opening lines of this movie read, "What if the love that's supposed to protect you becomes the danger you're running from?" And this is the story of Katie and Alex. Katie is a young woman who shows up in the small coastal town of Beaufort, North Carolina. She is quiet and doesn't answer most of the questions people have about herself, including the one about where she's from. She's carrying a big duffel bag and has a suitcase with her. When we meet her, she's waiting at the bus stop, and when her ride finally shows up, she gets in without saying a word. The car is driven by a local motel owner, and although he asks her some questions, she just sits there silently. Eventually, he drops her off at the motel, and she pays for a room in cash. The next morning, she wakes up early, makes herself some coffee, and goes to the local diner to get a cup of joe and some breakfast. It's then that she meets the owner of the diner, who we later learn is named Alex. He's a kind-hearted widower who is raising his two children, 6-year-old Josie and 4-year-old Lex, all by himself after his wife passed away. And despite having his hands full, Alex always manages to make time for everyone around him. After a while, Katie goes back to the motel, but soon realizes that she has no intention of staying there. She goes back to the diner, asks Alex if she can work there, and he hires her on the spot. As days go by, Katie works hard, trying to live as unnoticed as possible. She doesn't socialize much and always seems to keep her eyes on the prize, which is getting through each day without drawing any unwanted attention. However, Alex notices that she's a bit uneasy around him and tries to reassure her that she can trust him. One night, Alex closes the restaurant earlier than usual and heads home. Later that night, someone breaks into his house and steals his truck. To make matters worse, his two kids are nowhere to be found. Panicked, he calls out their names, desperately searching for them, and eventually finds them outside the house, hiding under a tree. Overcome with relief and gratitude, he thanks the person who called the cops and turned the situation over to them. When he looks over, he sees Katie standing there and is deeply moved by her kindness. He invites her in, thanking her for helping his kids and taking care of them while he was looking for them. Although initially reluctant, Katie accepts his invitation. As they talk, they begin to open up to each other, revealing their true feelings. Despite being a single mother, Katie is still struggling to cope with the loss of her own mother. She also confesses that she sometimes feels like she doesn't deserve happiness because of the mistakes she made in the past. As time passes, Alex and Katie become closer and develop feelings for each other. They share a kiss, and it's clear that they both want to be together. Meanwhile, Katie confides in Alex, telling him about her difficult childhood and how her father treated her badly. She reveals that she has a son and a daughter from different relationships, but admits that she can't remember much about them. She also admits that she killed her stepfather when she was younger. Alex listens patiently and offers his support, telling her that he believes she's a good person who deserves a second chance at love. Despite their growing feelings for each other, Katie is reluctant to fully commit to the relationship. She worries about the possibility of her ex-husband, whom she refers to as Cobra, finding her and hurting her or even killing her. She also feels guilty about not being able to remember her own children. However, Alex is patient and understanding. He tells her that it's okay to be afraid, but that she can't let fear control her life. He assures her that he won't let anyone hurt her and that he believes she can overcome her past. As the story progresses, it's revealed that Katie is on the run from her abusive husband, Cobb. We learn that he was a controlling and violent police officer who constantly monitored Katie's every move. Even after she tried to break free from his grasp, he continued to stalk her, determined to keep her by his side. In addition, his obsession with Katie grew stronger with each passing day, causing him to become increasingly erratic and unpredictable in his behavior. As Cobb grew more and more enraged by Katie's absence, he began to lash out at those around him, making the people in his life fear for their safety. Meanwhile, Alex and Katie's romance continues to blossom. He becomes increasingly protective of her, determined to keep her safe from harm. Their bond deepens and they begin to dream of a future together. But just as things seem to be looking up for Katie, her worst fears are realized. Cobb discovers where she is and arrives in town, determined to take her back by force. Katie is horrified and terrified for her own safety, as well as the safety of Alex and his children. Cobb confronts Alex, threatening him to stay away from Katie. However, Alex refuses to back down, standing up to Cobb and protecting Katie and his family. A tense standoff ensues and Cobb's true colors are revealed. His anger and aggression towards Katie reach a boiling point, putting everyone in danger. At this point, The townspeople show up, siding with Alex and Katie. Cobb becomes increasingly agitated and threatens to shoot Alex if he doesn't let Katie go. The situation becomes increasingly dangerous. It's clear that Cobb is willing to do whatever it takes to get Katie back. As the standoff continues, Katie realizes that she can't rely on anyone but herself. She remembers her inner strength and fights back against Cobb, surprising him with her courage and determination. She uses her wits and physicality to outsmart him and protect those she cares about. During the struggle, Katie is injured but refuses to give up. She fights back against Cobb, determined to protect herself and her loved ones. In a moment of desperation, she grabs Cobb's gun and shoots him, ending his threat once and for all. After the shooting, everyone is stunned. Katie is shaken but relieved that the danger has passed. The townspeople gather around her, offering their support and condolences. Alex is grateful to Katie for protecting his family and standing up to Cobb. He embraces her, assuring her that she is safe now and that he will always be there for her, despite the trauma of the experience. Katie is grateful for the support and acceptance she has found in Alex and the townspeople. She knows that she is in a safe place now, and that she can finally start to heal from her past wounds. In the aftermath of the shooting, Katie is still struggling to cope with the trauma of her experience. She is haunted by nightmares and flashbacks of Cobb's abuse, and she is still trying to piece together her memories of her own children. However, she finds comfort in the support of Alex and the townspeople. They rally together to help her through her darkest moments, providing her with the emotional support and practical help she needs to get through each day. As time passes, Katie slowly begins to heal. She starts to open up to Alex more, sharing more of her story and her feelings with him. They grow closer together and their love deepens. One day, Katie finds a letter written by Alex's late wife. In the letter, she expresses her love for Alex and her hopes for his happiness. She gives him her blessing to find love again, letting him know that he deserves to be happy. This moment is a turning point for Katie. She realizes that Alex is meant to be with her and that their love is meant to be. She knows that she is the person he wants to spend the rest of his life with. With this newfound clarity, Katie is able to move forward and embrace her future with Alex. She lets go of her past and the trauma of her experience and looks forward to a new chapter in her life. The movie ends with Katie and Alex's wedding day. They exchange vows in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by their friends and family. It's clear that they are meant to be together and that their love is strong enough to overcome any obstacle. As the credits roll, we see Katie and Alex enjoying their new life together. They are happy and in love, and they are ready to face whatever challenges come their way together. So there you have it, folks, the story of Katie and Alex. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. See you next time.